Hello all, it's your girl Tiffany, Metamorphosis Black Beauty, your poetic psychic Pisces high priestess, aka the light that shines like a diamond, also known as your modern day nun, one who isn't within a coven, a convent, or a covenant. I do thank you all for listening and for watching on today. If y'all would be so kind to please like, share, and subscribe, it will be greatly, greatly appreciated. This is going to be a general reading for the overall collective of any zodiac sign, so please take the messages that apply, leave the ones that do not. Remember that this reading can apply to your past, your present, or your future, as well as it may be pertaining to you or any and everyone in between that you may or may not know. With that being said, guys, we are going to get started. I do hope y'all are doing well and feeling well on today. So let's get to your overall messages. The first card you have here is Can't Trust Nobody, Gang Stalking. They thought you were slow, dumb, and stupid, but you're not. Colorism. No justice, no peace. No longer going along to get along. They tried to entrap an earth angel. Setup gone wrong. They never wanted you to wake up. Seeing people's true colors. Your entire family is in on the setup. The hate is real. Okay, collective. Spirit is telling you that you can't trust nobody. Nobody, anybody, everybody. There's nobody that is around you, whether you know them or not, that you can trust, collective, okay? Obviously, that wouldn't be the case for, probably everybody in the world, but it's obviously significant and applies to somebody, okay? I would probably say that you're a targeted individual, especially with gang stalking being out here. So I was getting ready to say you're likely a targeted individual if you've reached this point in your life where you have realized that you just can't trust anybody. Your family, your so-called friends, your so-called lovers, co-workers, neighbors, complete strangers, authority figures, supposed leaders, supposed professionals. There's nobody you can trust, collective, okay? And so I feel like you have to go over and beyond to shield and protect yourself when you can't trust anybody. You understand what I'm saying? Because most people in the world, like, sometimes life just be lifing, okay, for everybody. But for the average person, if they can't trust their family, they have a lover that they could confide in and trust. You know what I'm saying? If a person don't have a lover, they have friends that they confide in and can trust, even if they don't have family or a lover, or vice versa, okay? You may have family, but you don't have a lover or friends that you can trust or what have you. It's usually how it is for most people, okay? But individuals who have been singled out to be targeted and attacked and gang stalked and harassed and having our lives sabotaged and ruined, when that veil is finally lifted from our eyes, we realize that the evil and the wickedness, people, places, and things is all around us, okay? And we can't trust anybody, especially if you really have eyes to see, especially if you're an empath, especially if your third eye is open. You begin to see people's demons and different things like that. A lot of people see things with the naked eye only, see, things see surface level or what have you. Most people assume that, somebody who looks good, who dress good, who speaks well, who has a degree, who has money, who has a good job, who, looks clean, live in a decent house, drive a nice car, that these, would automatically be good people. You know what I'm saying? We live in a world where you see somebody who has a professional position, title, or role, and you assume them to be trustworthy, honest, upstanding people. You see people who are high ranking and high up in power and supposed to be leaders of the world, that's supposed to care about humanity and the country and all this other thing. So you automatically assume, okay, that these got to be righteous, upstanding, good people, but that's just not the case. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you put blind faith and trust in your pastors and religious leaders and your therapists and your counselors and your teachers and professors and different things like that. And just because those people are in those positions, they're the ones who hide the easiest. Okay, they're also the ones, many of them are also the ones who are very much corrupt. Okay, you live in a world that tells you that things that on the surface level If it looks nasty, if it looks dirty, if it looks dingy, if it looks dangerous, if it looks abnormal, if it looks different, oh, beware of that. Be careful of that. But a lot of times, that's what you have to least worry about. You know what I'm saying? Um, More often than not, if you're hurt, harmed, or endangered, it's usually coming from one of those people that you you blissfully, ignorantly, blindly trusted and believed in because of whatever position, title, or role they were in, or how they were looking on the outside. Okay, but besides that, Spirit is saying you can't trust anybody. You can't trust nobody, collective. Okay, you are enduring some type of gang stalking, collective. Okay, this could be community mobbing. It could be on the job. Like I said, it could be in your community. It could be any and everywhere you go, at your doctor's office, at your gym, at your church, at, you know, wherever you go, whatever it is that you do or what have you. There's some form of gang stalking that is going on, collective, okay? Um, you were obviously at some point set up in some type of way, sold out in some type of way, put on some type of watch list, government hit list, or what have you, and through their third parties, um, corrupt, um, organized crime organizations and operations, um, you ended up being targeted. Okay, and gang stalking is a part of it. Okay, gang stalking is really a form, it's stalking. Okay, the gang part of it is the part, it's because that there are many people who are indulging in watching you, surveillancing you, following you, harassing you, um, purposely doing things to disrespect you, to try to trigger you from one day to the next. It just depends on what you're liable to run into and what's liable to happen. Okay, but there's some form of gang stalking that's going on. Okay, people around you, collective, maybe even the people who are working against you, maybe even the people that you know personally who is close to you, they thought you were slow, dumb, and stupid. Okay, but you're not. Okay, so obviously because they thought you were slow, dumb, and stupid, they felt confident in doing these evil, wicked, malicious things to you, and they thought you were easy target. You wouldn't have been a wiser. You don't know who they are. You don't know where they're at because they're cowards. You know what I'm saying? You can't find us, you can't do anything about it, but they give themselves away. Okay, the science and the symbolisms is everywhere. Okay, um, they give themselves away. One, because they always have to pay their homage to the demonic shit that they're a part of. Okay, so the science and the symbolisms is always blatantly obvious. Okay, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to observe that people are saying certain things, doing certain things, acting differently, um, purposely being malicious or hostile, and you know what I'm saying, or completely abandoning you and different things like that, or what have you, especially when it comes to people who is close to you. You haven't done anything to these people, y'all haven't even had an altercation, an argument, or fight, or anything, and they just ghost you one day. You just wake up and you got nothing and nobody. You have no support system. You've got nobody to call on, no shoulder to lean on or cry on, nothing like that with anything that you're going through. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you begin to find these people, at first, when you first start being targeted, when you're talking to people about what's going on, and these are people who looked you dead in the eye and offered you a lie when they said that they loved you. Okay, these are people who are supposed to love you, who are supposed to um, have your back, support you, and different things like that, or what have you. But the moment you open up to them and you're truthful and you're honest and what's happening and what's going on and different things like that, the first thing they want to do is try to discredit you, to gaslight you, okay, to make something out to be wrong with you, or to call you a lie in some type of way, or what have you. But you're not as slow or dumb as stupid as these people thought you are, okay? Because you could clearly see them from who they are, and some of you may even call them out for who they are, okay? Whoever I'm speaking to, you're dealing with some type of colorism as well. This is also another reason why you can't trust anybody. First of all, you can't trust your own kind. You understand what I'm saying? Um, Very few people look at it like this, even though there's a lot of, historically, okay, There's a lot of documented fact and proof of racist, hateful, evil, wicked things that has happened to different cultures of people. Okay. And we can talk about that all day, every day, and some of that even still goes on to this day. You best believe it, okay? But what very few people take the time to realize is that most of us are hurt, harmed, or endangered first or the most by those closest to us, those who look just like us, those who are within our own race, okay? A lot of times within our own families. If any of you were honest with yourself, the first time you ever felt hurt, had your feelings hurt, or whether it was physically, mentally, psychologically, sexually, or something harmed in some type of way, it likely came from somebody close to you before you was ever hurt by somebody else in the world or even outside your race. Okay? Y'all are dealing with colorism here. Okay? Colorism is when you're hated on by your own kind. There's basically colorism is a form of racism, but it's by your own race, okay? And sometimes it's as simple as dark skin against light skin, or light skin against dark skin. So you know what I'm saying? There's this thing amongst black people, the light skin privilege. A lot of the light skin people find themselves or think of themselves as better than people who are dark skinned. Okay? And that shows up very clearly, very frankly, in a lot of different families of color, believe it or not. But sometimes it's more than just that. It's not necessarily light skin versus dark skin, or dark skin versus light skinned. You're being hated on by your own kind, for other reasons. They just may be hating on you because they don't want to see you succeed or progress or achieve or accomplish anything. They don't want to see you doing better than them. They don't want you to have nothing. They're in competition with you in some type of way. They want to have a better job than you. They want to get married before you. They want to have a better family than you, a fancier home than you, and car than you, to put themselves up on pedestals to make it seem like they're better than you and you are less than in some type of way. Competitions and shit goes on like that right within people's own race and own families and different things. That's the reason why it amazes me. If y'all notice, out of every race, culture of people that there is, it was only African American people who felt the need to tell the world that their lives matter. You can't convince me that Black Lives Matter when one of the highest rated crime is black on black crime. Okay? You kill your own people. And those of them who are sellouts, they sacrifice their own people for money. They sell out to people outside of their race who have convinced them for them to come up. They need to blood sacrifice and set up somebody within their own family, within their own bloodline, within their own fucking race. And they literally go along with it. Why? Because they're greedy and materialistic, and all they care about is their own ill wills. You can't convince me that Black Lives Matter. Okay? No other race is talking about our lives matter. Why? Because they already know their lives matter. They don't need to convince the white man or any other race of person that their life fucking matter. Your life has to matter to yourself before you can fucking convince anybody else that your life fucking matters. You can't be hooping and hollering talking about Black Lives Matter, but you setting up other black lives. You killing other black lives. You ridiculing, judging other black lives. You dragging other black lives through the mud. You working against other black lives. You hurt, harming, and endangering other black lives. You're turning your back on other black lives. That doesn't make sense to me. And it's interesting because it's the African American community who act like they're so family oriented, who act like they're so community oriented, who act like they're such saved, sanctified, delivered, holier than thou, Christian of all Christians, deep down in their roots. Christians. But they're two-faced backstabbers. They're hypocrites. They're the very ones that throw their stones and hide their fucking hands. And they do it the most against their own people, because guess what? All that hostility, all that hate, all that anger, they don't have for the white man that has enslaved them for hundreds of years, them and their ancestors. They don't have that for any other race of beings on the earth, only against their own kind. So how the fuck does your black life really matter? And your black life do fucking matter. I'm not saying black lives don't matter, but it's a little hard to convince other races of people that your life matter when you hurt, harm, and endanger your own kind more so in this day and time. You hurt, harm, and endanger your own kind more so than anybody of any other race hurt your own kind. And yes, there's still police brutalities. There's still racist attacks. There's still hate crimes that goes on that's being committed by, people outside of your race against people of your race. But when you calculate it all up, there is far more black on black crime than there is of any other race killing your black lives. You explain that. All you supposed civil rights leaders today, who don't even compare to the civil rights leaders from back in the fucking day. It's like literally a joke. Because all of you are sellouts today. You're not really standing for anything. You're putting up a unified facade in front, because behind the scenes you are sold out to the man. And that's who you stepping and fetching for. And they use y'all as gatekeepers over your black fucking communities to keep the Negroes in check. For them. So they ain't got to do it no more. Let's be honest. You've got mail. That's the reason why colorism the fuck exists. If you notice any type of major crime go on that involves black people, they send out their black Masons. They send out their black evangelicals. They send out their black Eastern Stars. They send out their black pastors. They send out their black civil rights leaders. For what, you wonder? Because all of them sellouts. To handle the community, the masses of the black community. See, they supposed to be the leaders. They the gatekeepers of your black communities, but they're all sellouts, and they stepping and fetching for the man. So anything major go down in your black communities, this is the reason why you see them first. They first on the scene to be fucking seen. They front and center, talking to the media, standing side by side with black families when tragic stage fucking events happen to black people. Y'all, this is what's going on. This is the truth nobody is talking about and telling you. You can keep listening to these Rudy Poo ass fucking readings talking about endless fucking nothings of your person and made up fabricated bullshit about relationships that don't fucking exist, and random nothings about you gonna come in, you're gonna meet there's a millionaire and a billionaire that loves you and gonna sweep you off your feet, and you're coming into a large amount of money, and you're about to blow up, and you're coming up, you're winning. Oh, such and such has got an STD, such and such, they're going to jail. Somebody's about to be homeless. You can keep listening to those stupid, idiotic fucking readings if you want to, or you can listen to the truth and something that matters. Because there's way too much real shit that's going on in the world to listen to bullshit all day, every day. But if that's what you like, if that's what entertains you, if that's what distracts you when you want to be distracted, then baby, by all means, use your free will to keep doing that. Colorism. Whoever's resonating with this reading, you dealing with colorism. You hate it on by your own kind. You know why? Because they low down, dirty, grimy, slimy, two-faced, backstabbing, low down, dirty, gutter rat, grass snitching ass bitches who want to be better than you. They're cowards who do things under false pretenses. They're wearing a mask. They sneaking and creeping around trying to get away with fucking things. These is the type of bitches that will blood sacrifice your fucking loved ones and then steal the motherfucking inheritances and the houses and the money that rightfully belong to you and your children. And then set you up to fall off or to be sacrificed or some shit like that. This is what these hoe ass bitches do. And they think you ain't the wise. They think you won't know. Oh, we know. That's why they appalled, because they thought you were slow, dumb, and stupid. Spirits say, if there ain't no justice, then there ain't gonna be no peace. As long as I don't have justice, freedom, liberty, a peace of mind, and this is y'all reading, I'm speaking in general, I'm just using myself as an example. We ain't got no justice, we ain't got none of that, it ain't gonna be no peace. You're not gonna shut us up. And if you kill us, everybody, that's fine, because everybody gonna know that you the one that did it. You the only one that got motive. Corrupt government. You the only one that got motive. Colorist fake family. Racist, discriminating, hating, prejudiced people, a bunch your own kind. How's it that you want everything that is great, that is good, that is wonderful, that is lovely, that is fulfilling for yourself, but you don't want nobody else to have nothing? The collective will have our liberty, or you can give us that. But the truth will be known either way. We deserve to have our justice. We deserve to have our peace, our liberty. The fabricated ass freedoms that you claim that we have in a world where ain't shit free. I know it's hot as you can be in a land of a fucking free when ain't nothing free. You're not born for free. You can't die for free. You can't live for free. Nowhere. But it's supposed to be the land of the free. You're not free. Now people have a peace of mind till they get their compensation for the humiliation, for the exploitation, for the experimentation, for the cruel and unusual punishment, for the domestic terrorism, for the hate crime, for the stalking and the harassment. Ain't gonna be no peace. So we ain't got justice, then ain't nobody gonna have nothing. You're not gonna run off into the sunset with what you have stolen from the chosen and live happily ever after like you think. Ain't gonna be no peace. The collective is no longer going along to get along. We were seen and not heard for a long time. Once upon a time, we shut up and we put up. Did that for a long time. collective not going to be wrong for you to be right. The collective not going to be less for you to be more. The collective not going to belittle and downgrade themselves for you to be better. You know why? Collective, they try to entrap an earth angel. I'm talking to somebody who is an earth angel. You was placed here for a divine mission that these cowards that are working against you is trying to stop you and block you and prevent you from fulfilling the destiny that you were called to have. That's why they're trying to entrap an earth angel. Something about the setup has gone wrong, though, collective. They set up against you has gone wrong. And that's the reason why until you have justice, there ain't gonna be no peace. Everything can crumble and fall around here. From whole cities to states to empires and everything. This is the reason why they never wanted you to wake up, collective. This is the reason why ain't nobody ever teach you nothing, tell you nothing, invite you, initiate you, bring you into the fold. They thought that hocus pocus, black magic, voodoo, mind control, last bullshit that they did on you was so strong that it would last a lifetime. You would never wake up. You not only woke up, you spoke up, then you rose up. And they've been shooketh ever since. Now you seeing people's true colors. They can no longer hide behind their mask.
Honestly, I wouldn't.
They can no longer hide behind their mask, collective. So you're seeing people's true colors. They done ripped off their own mask and they demons are jumping out at you. These demons around here jumping bodies. The shapeshifters is even bothered, turning. But you're seeing people's true colors. All those who claim to be righteous and good and upstanding and Christian, and come to find out they really wasn't. You seeing their true colors? And your entire family is in on the setup. Your entire family? That means your mother's side, your father's side, your immediate family, your distant family, your long lost family, your in-laws, whoever your family includes. The entire family, likely multiple families, are in on the setup. But spirits say they setup has gone wrong. But the hate is real. Oh, they hate you to death. That's the reason why you were blackballed, discriminated against. That's the reason why they had meetings on murder plots against you. That's the reason why you endured psychological trauma. Because of the psychological operations that they put together against you. That's the reason why you were sabotaged and persecuted. They tried to crucify you. That's the reason why you've endured such cruelty and attacks and domestic terrorism and terroristic threatening and hate crimes and cruel and unusual punishment. This is the reason for the betrayal, the reason why you were blacklisted and redlisted and abused and used and abandoned and targeted and tortured and outcast and shunned and disowned, and reason why they did spell work on you, collective. Reason why they did root work on you, collective. Cast curses on you, collective. This is a reason for the emotional manipulation, the bullying, the racism, the colorisms, the prejudice, the sexism. This is the reason for the neglect. Because the hate is real. Oh, they hate you to death. But they too coward to say that shit to your face. That's why you can't trust nobody. We're going to get some further clarification for this situation. Y'all remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment, because that's your free way of showing your support to help grow the channel. Spirit, clarify, can't trust nobody. Clarify, can't trust nobody. Your partnerships, your relationships, okay? Whether these are business partnerships or love relationships, you can't trust them. Any other messages is on you can't trust nobody. Seven of Swords, they liars, cheaters, thieves, manipulators, con artists. Sneaking and creeping around trying to get away with something. They're two-faced, they're backstabbers, like I told you. They low down, dirty gutter rats. They cowards. They doing things under false pretenses behind your back, collective. They're wearing a mask. They're not who they appear to be. The Seven of Swords is all about deception, manipulation, trickery, fuckery, thievery. You can't trust nobody. Look at that. From your relationships to your family, you got the Two of Cups and the Ten of Cups. Can't trust nobody. That means your business partnerships, your love relationships, nor your family can you trust. And spirits say, why? Because they're liars, cheaters, and thieves, manipulators, and con artists. Gang stalking. Spirit, clarify. Gang stalking. Spirits say they gang stalking you, collective, in an effort to have you in mental conflict, stressed, worried, depressed, and dealing with anxiety, having sleepless nights, unable to sleep and think and eat and function, to cause you psychological trauma and torture and shit. That's the reason why the gang stalking is going on, collective, in an effort to cause you mental conflict. Okay? I'm also seeing the Tower here. They're also gang stalking you in an effort to cause chaos or tragedy or upheavals or problematic situations in your life to happen all of a sudden out the blue. They're gang stalking you in an effort to cause disruptions and distractions, collective, as well as to have you in mental conflict from these things. Those who are gang stalking you, collective, they belong to some type of clique, club, group, gang, organization, cult, coven, secret society, whatever you want to call it, but they're all in binding contracts. It's like a team of people, a group of people that's in a collaboration together for the purposes of money. The people who are gang stalking you, collective, especially those who are closest to you, they are getting some type of compensation, okay? Whether you are being cyberbullied, collective, whether you are dealing with community mobbing in your neighborhoods, on your jobs, okay? This could be certain co-workers, this could be your bosses, this could be your neighbors, this could be your doctors, this could be your teachers, your professors, this could be anybody that you are coming into contact with, collective. They know that you are a targeted individual, okay? These people are in on the setup, okay? Everybody playing their role, okay? These people are all sellouts, and they belong, they're in some type of binding contracts collective, okay, with whatever this group is that they are part of, whether one want to call it a cult, covenant, or secret society or not, okay. But this could be some type of gang stalking group, okay. But these people are getting some type of compensation for gang stalking you collective, okay. And like I said, Spirit is saying the gang stalking is to cause you mental conflict, stress, worry, and anxiety. The gang stalking is also meant to cause chaos or tragedies, upheavals, and problematic situations in your life, collective, okay? They thought you were slow, dumb, and stupid, but you're not, collective. You're a high priestess. How could they dare think that you were slow, dumb, and stupid when you are a high priestess? A high priestess is knowledgeable and wise and enlightened, oftentimes psychic or empathic. A high priestess has spiritual gifts, ancient wisdom, and knowledge, ancient codes within them. A high priestess is between worlds. It's like that holy grail type of energy. A high priestess can be a divine feminine. A high priestess is someone who has an inner knowing, who is tapped into their higher self, who has an this divine angelic connection to the spiritual realm or to the Most High. How dare they think you were slow, dumb, and stupid? How dare they insult your intelligence? But they thought you were slow, dumb, and stupid, collective. They thought that they had abused you. I believe it's because they thought that they had used you and abused you so much. These people, I don't know about y'all, but personally, people in my life, people have gone, I've watched people like literally go out their way purposely to make me feel like nothing or nobody, and try to convince me as such. You ever been around people that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing for a person to, like, you know, just totally disregard you, like, oh, you ain't shit, you ain't nobody, or what have you. But the people who, if you notice, the people who, I'm not going to say really nobodies, but the people, because everybody is somebody, the people who, you know, according to others, are really nobodies. Nobody pays them attention. Nobody thinks about them. Nobody's checking for them. Nobody's worried about them. Nobody's bothering them. Nobody cares what's going on with them. Like nothing. But with you, collective, everybody's in your energy. Everybody's in your business. Everybody's checking for you on a daily basis. They're spying on you. They're watching you. They're surveillancing you. These people go out their way. It's like they want to convince you are nobody. It's like, almost like, imagine somebody telling you stupid every day. And then somebody else telling you ugly every day. And somebody else telling you you're not good enough every day. You're not talented enough. You're not skilled enough. You're not pretty enough. You're not thick enough. Your body ain't nice enough. Oh, you know, your skin ain't light enough. Oh, you ain't glamorous enough. Oh, you ain't educated enough. You're not sophisticated enough. You're not good enough to be a part of this, that, and the other. Imagine all those things being forced upon you every single day. And it's like, and it's done in a way, not only, I mean, like, that is degrading and hurtful enough, but it's done in a way to try to convince you of these things. And the point of doing it in an effort to try to convince you of these things, because if in your mind you ever believe in these things, it's going to lower your self-esteem. It's going to lower your confidence. It's going to lower your faith and different things like that. You're no longer going to believe in self and different things like that. So I feel like this is the reason why these people do it. Like, I have never seen so many people in my life. Like, if I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, with my own personal life, if I'm truly nothing, nobody, you don't like me, you don't love me, you don't care about me, why are you worried about me? Why are you watching me? Why are you attacking me? If I'm really and truly nobody, why not just leave me alone? Why not just not bother me, ignore me? That seems like that makes more sense, because guess what? The people who people really feel like is nobody's to them, they're ignored. Nobody bothers them. Nobody's going out their way to make those people's lives a living hell. It's just that nobody cares about them. You know? But it's something else entirely. Where you literally have people who specifically wants you to know and to feel you are nothing. You are nobody. You are not good enough. You would have never made it. We don't like you. Like, why do you need to convince me that you don't like me? You don't love me. You're not attracted to me. You don't care about me. You hate me. Like, isn't that something that like is that you would keep within yourself? Like, why do you need me to know and understand that and feel that and think that about myself? And that's what I've, like, those of you who have dealt with that your entire life, this is the reason why nobody ever supported any of your talents, your skills, your abilities, or what have you. Nobody supported you academically, athletically, artistically, creatively. Nobody taught you anything. You know, like when it comes to like fundamentals of life type of things, nobody really taught you anything. This is the reason why these people assume that you were slow, dumb, and stupid, because people that you grew up around whose responsibility it was to teach you and guide you, they know that they didn't teach you nothing. That they didn't tell you nothing. So they assume, you know, you just an ignorant nobody. You don't know nothing. So they can get over on you. But you're a high priestess collective. You understand what I'm saying? Like myself, like there's people around me, even people that I seen grow up that I was here before they even came along, seen grow up that have more than me, and seeing how they were brought up and what was provided for them. Like some of the simplest shit, guys, nobody ever taught me. Nobody taught me how to drive. Nobody taught me how to swim. They actually tried to create an aquaphobia within me when I was a child from drowning me. They never imagined I would teach myself how to swim. I taught myself how to swim. I taught myself how to drive. Nobody ever taught me how to use a tampon or a pad. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how I knew. I can't even explain to you how I figured it out. I just did. On my own, by myself. Nobody taught me how to, bank, go to a bank, open a bank account, or nothing like that. Nobody taught me how to go apply for a job. Nobody taught me how to, nobody has really taught me how to like cook or bake, or it's just something that I just taught myself, learned on my own. Like a lot of things I've learned by watching. I observe very well. And because I'm a visionary, I'm a visual learner. So even things that I don't know, I can literally see things done and mimic it to perfection. You understand what I'm saying? Like say for instance, like I wasn't in school, I wasn't in like band or music or anything like that, so I can't read music. Like the notes, like I know what different notes mean and different things like that or what have you, but just being like reading music, like a sheet of music, I can't. But I can see an instrument played and I can mimic it. Like I can't sing, but I can know how to mimic sound exactly like somebody who can sing. It's weird. You understand what I'm saying? Like I can hold a tune, but like I can't sing for professionally, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? everybody sing along to a song or something before or whatever. But you know, you got people that can really sing, like, you know, can be professional singers. Like, yeah, no, child, not me. This is not my thing. But like, nobody's ever taught me anything. If any of you all ever experienced that, like, nobody helped you, like, if nobody ever helped you, like, with your work in school, like, cared if you went to college, even if it was just a community college or a trade school, or nobody invested in you like that. Nobody gave a damn. Nobody cared. Even when it comes to things of the world, like things about sororities and fraternities, things about secret societies, things about, like, I was between 28 and 30 is like 28 is when my awakening really started beginning, and like by the time I was 30 I was all the way awake. I didn't know anything about secret societies, like, you know, and like, you know, skull and bones and Jesuits even, and you know, all the different roles of even the Catholic Church, you know, the Vatican, all that shit, until then. And it's not like they've been hidden, they've been there. Nobody ever taught me these things. Like, I never fucking knew. Freemasons, Eastern Star, Skulls and Bones, Knights and Templars, Jesuit. I knew nothing about none of this shit. Nobody really taught me this shit. Never even heard of it. Stuff about sororities and fraternities and different things like that, I like learned on my own, like what that was and where it comes from and people's involvement in it, and, you know, different things. You know, it could be from the simplest fucking things, just fundamentals of life things, to, like, you know, other things. Like, as parents, at some point in time, you, just like you have as parents, you have that talk with your kids, you know, that sex talk with your kids. Like, when I was coming up, though, we had something called home ec. So, like, half the semester, like, would be, like, home economics, where you, like, learn stuff, like, about cooking and sewing and stuff like that. That's how I learned that stuff. And then the other half of the semester, it was like health, okay? So this is where, you know, you was taught about, like, different type of STDs, condoms, you know, different, you know, sexual protection, you know, different type of stuff like that. Pads, like, all this other kind of stuff or whatever. They don't have that shit in school no more. You know what I'm saying? They took home economics out, and now it's sex ed. They want to teach you how to be transgenders and gay and all this other kind of shit. That's what they want to teach you, churches and shit. Now, they don't teach you how to cook and sew no damn more. They don't teach you about health and different things no damn more. That's not in school at all no more. Okay?
You've got mail.
But that's how I learned certain some things and what have you. But, like, other than, like, you know, diligent parents, you know what I'm saying? Talk to their kids about this stuff. Teach their kids at some point in time, you know, when they get to a certain age, you can teach them other stuff, tell them other stuff. You teach them how to drive. You know, you take them out to the country somewhere, or open field somewhere, and let them experience driving and teach them this, that, and the other about the vehicle and what this do and that do. You get them their first driver's book to study so they can go and, you know, take their little tests to get their permits and different things. Like, nobody did that for me. Nobody taught me any of that shit. Even when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, at a point in time in my life, I was, like, forced to go to church and different things like that or what have you, but nobody even went into depth in helping me understand what the fuck is religion? What is Christianity? What is this Bible? And there's no church that teaches on the entirety of the Bible. You understand what I'm saying? Not even the fake-ass Christians that you around in your fucking family, for the majority of you all, really gave you an understanding of what this is, where it comes from, who are these characters, what is this about, what is this true meaning, or any fucking thing. You were just forced to fucking go to church or Sunday school or vacation Bible school and shit, and just be there. And that was it. But nobody actually taught you You understand what I'm saying? I didn't get any of that. And the reason why I'm saying all of this, collective, because some of you may have experienced the same. And this is the reason why these people thought you were slow, dumb, and stupid. But you were a high priestess all along. You're a high priestess all along, collective. I'm seeing from the justice system, government, stars, celebrities, even your family, they thought you were slow, dumb, and stupid. Lovers, your lovers thought you were slow, dumb, and stupid, collective. But you're a high priestess. And you are a star, collective. You shine brightly. You're a star seed. You're meant to shine. You're meant to be seen. You're meant to be known. It's a part of your destiny, collective. When these people found out that you was really a high priestess and a star, they were appalled. They thought you were slow, dumb, and stupid. You're a shooting star. The sky's the limit for you. You're somebody who is meant to be in the spotlight, meant to be seen, meant to be known, meant to be popular. All of those things. I'm telling you, them two cards came out again. High Priestess, Star, Justice. These people thought you were slow, dumb, and stupid, collective. It's interesting that that comes out on here. You even had other people who had star status, in star energy, justice, people within the government, and different things, collective. Who may have thought you were slow, dumb, and stupid. But whoever you are, collective, not only are you a high priestess, but you have some type of ties to this star and this justice energy as well, which means you were supposed to be in fields, some type of field within that star energy, justice energy, yourself. But these people had the audacity to think you were slow, dumb, and stupid. You're an earth angel, collective. Temperance. Spirit, clarify this colorism. The reason why you're enduring colorism, collective, 5 of Wands, jealousy, envy, hatred, spitefulness, competition. These people are jealous, envious, and intimidated by you. They're in competition with you, collective. This is the reason why they have caused you such conflict. They have caused you such, you know what I'm saying? Like, because the 5 of Wands is about conflict. It's about strife, misunderstandings, misconceptions, disagreements, arguments, chaos. But more often than not, it's jealousy, it's envy, it's hatred, it's spitefulness, it's competition, and it's people that works in groups together to be in this energy like this towards you. From your own people, your own kind. You're hated on by your own kind. And it's because they're jealous, envious, and intimidated by you. Thus, they want some type of retaliation, punishment, payback, or revenge on you. I'm also seeing the Empress card here. There is a mother or a mother figure, collective. Whether this is your mother, your grandmother, your aunt, your cousin, a sibling, somebody who is a mother, who is colorist against you. You're hated on by this person due to some type of colorism. Could you imagine if this was supposed to be your mother or your grandmother? This person is jealous, envious, and intimidated by you. And you're enduring some type of colorism because of this person. Wow. Spirit, clear. Any other messages on that? I'm also seeing lovers here. The lovers want to come out again. Okay. Wow. Could you imagine that, collective? Do you mean to tell me that you've been involved intimately with people, like literally had sex with people, been in relationships with people on whatever level, whatever title, okay, that was colorist against you? You were in relationships with people who were hating on you, who are a part of some type of colorism. They were colorist against you. This means, collective, you were in relationships with people who wasn't even attracted to you. You had sex with people who wasn't even attracted to you. Like say you're dark skinned and they're really attracted to light skinned people. But they fucked you anyway? They wasted your time anyway? They used you anyway? From lovers to a mother, jealous, envious, and intimidated by you, in competition with you. You've endured some type of colorism because of these people. My God. No justice, no peace. I'm seeing the Eight of Coins wants to come out. The Eight of Coins is the money one makes from the work that they do, collective, okay? So I don't know if somebody tried to attack your job, occupation, career, your talent, skills, abilities, your spiritual gifts, or something like that, or what have you. But you deserve some type of justice, okay? Or for some of you all, you deserve some type of justice because of all these other things that have been done to you. So you may do something work-wise to cause for there to be no peace. Okay, like you may use like say like you see the work that I'm doing now. Okay, I'm speaking out about these things or what have you. Okay, if you don't have no justice, it's not going to be no peace. It's going to be kept. It's going to continuously going to be spoke about. I look at this from the Eight of Coins to the Nine of Coins here, collective. This has to do with some type of money, finances, money, or resources. Okay, of some kind. You could be owed a large amount of money, collective, that somebody is hiding. Somebody has stolen, somebody has hidden, okay, somebody has confiscated or something like that, okay. This could be money as it relates to your job, occupation, career, talent, skills, or abilities. And the Nine of Earth, literally, I'm telling you, with the 8 and the 9 of Earth here, you are owed a very large amount of money, collective. And until you have justice, there ain't gonna be no peace. Yep, I'm telling you. You're supposed to have some type of success, triumph, victory, or recognition. Okay, again, another money card here. Six of Wands, Ace of Earth here. I'm not somebody that's just like tooting, you know. This reading is for you all. So I'm not tooting my own horn or blowing smoke up anybody else's ass here. This is a lot of money. You got the Ace of Earth, the Nine of Earth, the Eight of Earth, the Six of Wands here. Somebody was meant to have some type of success, triumph, victory, or recognition. Somebody is meant, first of all, the Nine of Earth and the Ace of Earth alone makes the 10 of Earth. That is wealth. We're talking fortunes. If you don't have no justice, there ain't gonna be no peace. Somebody is withholding or have taken what rightfully the fuck belong to you, what is destined for you.
You've got mail.
And that's the reason why, if ain't no justice, won't be no peace. No justice, no peace. Something has to do with a large amount of money, collective. I'm telling you. You're supposed to have happiness, abundance, new beginnings, fulfillment, fresh starts. Like, look, the sign here. You're supposed to be in six of Wands sun energy. Success, triumph, victory, happiness, abundance, new beginnings, fulfillment. Fresh starts, collective. You're supposed to have some type of wealth, collective. This has either been taken from you, hidden from you, stolen from you, withheld from you, however you want to see it. Somebody could have even maybe stolen your work and used it for themselves or some shit like that. Or either you are using your job, occupation, or career to speak out about these injustices, okay? But with this Ace of Earth and this Nine of Earth, this is abundance, finances, money, resources, stability, security, abundance on a whole nother fucking level, bro. But I'm telling you, there are fortunes that is involved in this. No justice, no peace. Any other messages, Spirit, on no justice, no peace? Any other messages? These people have tried to keep you trapped, stuck, restricted, unable to move or get out of a situation, collective. They've tried to stop you, block you, hinder you, halt you, prevent you from succeeding, progressing, achieving, or accomplishing your life purpose, your destiny, your divine mission, your goals. And they've stripped you of what rightfully belonged to you for their goddamn selves. Yeah, these people have abandoned you, neglected you, and left you out in the cold. Rejected you and alienated you, collective. Left you in turmoil and harsh conditions. Look at this. Wheel of Fortune. This has to do with your destiny. Fortunes. That is meant for you. That these people have sold. Collective, you no longer going along to get along. Why? Because you are an earth angel, collective. You have been patient. Patiently waiting, collective, in this temperance energy. Perfecting balance, doing things in moderation. But for real, you a starseed. You a highly sensitive indigo. You a chosen one. You one of the 144,000. You are an earth angel that was put here for a divine mission that these people is trying to stop and block and prevent. I don't know who the fuck they think they are. But you have a divine angelic connection to the spiritual realm, to the Most High. That's why there's something you are a sweet person, a kind, loving, generous, caring, nurturing person naturally. There's some type of honesty or purity that is within you. You have a pure heart, something these people will never have. And you've been patiently waiting. You done took all your licks. You done endured all your downfalls and your setbacks and your burdens and your hardships that they have caused. But you are no longer going along to get along, because these people abandoned you. They neglected you. They rejected you. They left you out in the cold, collective. They left you in turmoil and harsh conditions and financial ruin. They caused changes and loss in your life, collective. They disowned you. They shunned you. They left you in lacking and suffering and in need. And you are earth angel. So you're no longer going along to get along. These people hurt you. Didn't I fucking tell you, bro? Look at this. No justice, no peace. 10 of earth. You got the 8 of earth. The 9 of earth. The ace of earth. The 10 of earth. The wheel of fortune, the 6 of wands, and the sun on no justice, no fucking peace. All of that belongs to you. No ifs, ands, buts about it. You've got mail. The satanic powers that be know it. The wickedness in high places know it. The unhuman beings, shape-shifting, reptilians, draconians know it. The shadow government know it. Lucifer know it. The devil know it. Satan know it. The creator know it. You're fake, phony, fraudulent, lying, deceiving, thieving as fucking family know it. How dare this be for you? The powers that be don't like it, because you ain't sold your soul and your ass to them. You ain't even been initiated by them. You ain't been, them sodomites ain't sodomized you and broke you in, to break you, to control you. See, they like to control. See, the people that they allow to have wealth, them motherfuckers only wealthy because they're being manipulated and controlled by the satanic fucking powers that be. This is something that is naturally yours, that they ain't got nothing to do with it, no fucking control over it, and they don't like it. I'm telling you the truth and shame the devil. That's what it is. They don't like it. You didn't have to suck and fuck for it. You didn't have to get turned out, pimped out, set out for it. What? This is rightfully yours. No justice, no fucking peace. And if you don't get what your justice and what rightfully the fuck belong to you, your justice, your peace, your liberty, your freedom, your compensation for everything that they have done to you, from lost wages to humiliation to experimentation to exploitation, there ain't gonna be no peace. They wretched, cursed bloodlines will fall. Their empires will crumble. They all will be destroyed. I'm also seeing a chariot here on no longer going along to get along collective with the temperance card and the 5 of earth card. You are an earth angel that they neglected, abandoned, left out in the cold, rejected, and alienated collective. Shunned, disowned, and turned their back on collective. And you are moving forward. You are moving on. Don't worry about those that turned their back on you. These people been profiting, been benefiting off your energy for the longest, and you are no longer going along with their bullshit to get along. So you are moving forward. You are moving on. Some of you may be moving away. The fuck from them. Forever. But there's some type of forward movement here with this chariot energy. They will never have access to you or your energy ever again. They tried to entrap an earth angel. I'm seeing the Ace of Swords here, collective. The Ace of Swords is all about truth, clarity, awareness, insight, epiphanies, victories, awakenings, or what have you. You could know some type of truth or clarity, or because of some type of truth, clarity, awareness, or insight, these people try to entrap you. Okay? Maybe because they know the truth about you being an earth angel, or because you know some type of truth or clarity about something, collective, they try to entrap you, collective. They tried to entrap an earth angel. They did things to hurt you, to cause you heartache and heartbreak, collective. Okay? I'm also seeing the moon here. The moon is secret things, hidden things. What's done in the dark. It's interesting because the Ace of Swords is about truth and clarity, and the moon is about secret, hidden things. Some type of truth or clarity they have tried to keep secret and hidden as it relates to you, collective, like who you really are. You are an earth angel, collective, and they literally try to confine you, cage you. Use your power supply, your energy, your essence, your aura for themselves, while they stole everything that rightfully belonged to you. You're a powerful manifester as well, collective, and this is the reason why you've had witches and warlocks. use their willpower and influence to entrap you. Ace of Swords, the Moon, and the Magician. They know some type of truth or clarity about your hidden power. Collective.
You've got mail.
This is the reason why they try to entrap you. Spirit, clarify setup gone wrong. Yeah, some type of betrayal, their betrayal, disloyalty, their sabotage to ruin you, to end you, to cause a fatal ending, a dead end, went wrong, collective. These people were cruel and brutal and did unusual things to you. They stabbed you in your back. They did things for you to be a failure. They did things to purposely make you have some type of breakdown, collective. But something about their betrayal, or something about the setup has gone wrong, collective, and it has to do with some type of betrayal, disloyalty, sabotage, or ruin. Yeah, Judgment. 10 of Swords with the Judgment card here. Whatever judgment that they made, decision that they made, action that they took, mission that they were on, collective, the setup went wrong. They made this judgment to ultimately betray you. And they setup went wrong. Now there's some type of sadness, loss, disappointment, and regret. As it relates to the setup going wrong. They never wanted you to wake up. Spirit, clarify, they never wanted you to wake up. They never wanted you to wake up. I feel like they never wanted you to wake up because they never wanted you to know the truth as to who you really are, collective. They never wanted you to know the truth of your power, collective. They never wanted you to know the truth as to what they did to you. There could be I'm seeing an emperor and a hierophant. There could be persons in power, authority, or leadership that never wanted you to wake up, collective. Yeah, it's like they never wanted you to wake up because things would change. You would change. If you knew the truth, collective, you would release them, let them go, walk away, move on. Cut off, loose, release, and let go of what no longer served you. It was emotionally unfulfilling to you. See, before you were brainwashed and dumbed down and under mind control, and you wasn't the wiser. These people played in your face while they stabbed you in your back. And you just kept loving people anyway. You just kept allowing yourself to be used and abused any fucking way, collective, okay? They didn't want you to wake up. Okay? Because they didn't want things to change. They didn't want you to change, collective. But I feel like when you woke up, that's exactly what happened. You changed. And you loose, released, and let go of all people, places, and things that was emotionally unfulfilling and did not serve you or your highest good, collective. Yep. So that you can move on to calmer waters. Seeing people's true colors, Spirit. Seeing people's true colors. I'm seeing the 5 of Swords here. The 5 of Swords is all about conflict and defeat, hostility, plot twist, and abuse. These are people who have purposely been hostile towards you and abusive to you, collective. They've plotted, planned, schemed, strategized, orchestrated, organized, and set up things against you on purpose, collective. They have stabbed you in your back, been toxic to you, collective. okay, in an effort to hurt you. They have caused conflict in your life on purpose in an effort to defeat you, collective. And you are seeing these people's true colors who have partook in doing this to you. Seeing people's true color. Look, the devil. 5 of Swords with the devil, collective. You see these people greed, materialism, narcissism, possessiveness, restrictions, obsessions, addictions, addictive patterns of behavior, the temptations and the toxicities. That's lust, temptations, and desires. That's all that devil energy. You see these people's demons. They're in their self-know, their shadow side, their dark side, collective. You're seeing these people's true colors. 5 of Swords with the devil. You know that all of this conflict and chaos that they are causing in an effort to defeat you is because they are shepherds for the devil. The devil is working through them. You didn't see this before. You didn't know this before, but you know it now. You see it now. You once was blind, but now you see. And they can't stand it. They can't stand it, collective. That's why they never wanted you to wake up. Your entire family in on the setup, collective. Yeah, 3 of Swords. These people have caused you nothing but heartache and heartbreak, sadness, sorrow, misery, pain, anguish. Okay? The Emperor here, this could be your father. Your father did something to cause you a lot of heartache and heartbreak as well. I'm also seeing a Hierophant. That could be somebody in power, authority, or something. Your entire family is in on the setup, collective. Wow. 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 I'm seeing the 8 of Swords with the Death card, collective. These people wanted to entrap you, imprison you, have you stuck, restricted, unable to move until they were able to sacrifice you, kill you, murder you. 8 of Swords is doom and gloom, is crisis mode. It's somebody being stuck, restricted, unable to move, unable to get out of the situation. It's unfreedom. It's like a hostage type of energy, a captive type of energy, an imprisonment type of energy. The transformation card is death. These people wanted to entrap you until death, until they were able to kill you. And it's all because of something your father did. Your real father, like the entire family is in on the setup, collective. Whether this is your real family, adopted family, all of them are involved, okay? But something stems from your father and some type of heartache or heartbreak or sadness, sorrow, misery, pain, or anguish. He caused you, entrapped you to death. You were supposed to be kept entrapped and stuck and restricted until they were able to sacrifice you. And then they thought they were going to benefit off of your death. They thought they were going to benefit off of your life and your death, collective. That's why they never wanted you to wake up. The hate is real. These people have caused you burdens, and because of these people hate, they've caused you a lot of burdens and hardships and problematic situations, stress. You've been overworked, you've been overwhelmed, you've been unstable, you've been imbalanced. And it's all because this hate is so real that they have caused you. Yeah. These people have done things to hurt, harm, and endanger you as well. They've tried to set you up, to shut you up, to silence you. They've isolated you, collective. These people could have also done things to injure you or institutionalize you as well. Hospitalize you as well. Whether it be physical injuries or what have you, collective. The hate is real. They wanted there to be, these people have been hoping and wishing and praying for your downfall. The hate is real. These people was very motivated and determined. They were full of passion and drive to do these things to you. Yep. These people have spread a lot of gossip and rumors and slander about you. There's been a lot of backbiting, backstabbing, stalking, harassment, illegal surveillance, cutthroat, ruthless, brutal type of shit. They've done things to have you juggling, struggling in lack and suffering with a lack of finances, money, resources, stability, or security. This was all done on purpose, collective. They caused you burdens. The hate is real. Their hate for you, collective, was the reason why they caused you these burdens, hardships, and problematic situations, to silence you. They also did things to isolate you, and they gossiped and spread rumors about you, all while stalking you, harassing you, and illegally surveillancing you, collective. Okay? Yeah. The world is at the bottom of the deck, collective. So the world is about a successful completion, an ending. Okay? Something going full circle, something coming to an end for something new to begin, collective. Okay? So there's some type of completion of some kind that has taken place. You can't trust nobody, collective. With game stalker, we got intuition here. Spirit say, listen to your intuition. Continue to listen to your intuition, to follow your wisdom, your spiritual guidance that you may be receiving, collective. Okay? Yeah. They thought you were slow, dumb, and stupid. They thought you were slow, dumb, and stupid, collective. They told others lies on you, and they assumed, the people that they told lies about you, they assumed that you were slow, dumb, and stupid. Yeah. See, didn't I tell you? First of all, the game stalking is a form of abuse and neglect. But these people thought that you were slow, dumb, and stupid because of how much that they had abused you and neglected you, collective. Colorism. No justice, no peace. These people have had meetings. There's some type of meetings that have taken place. Like they gather up, group up together. They have some type of meetings. All these people who are like hating on you, like people your own kind or what have you, collective, they're having some type of meetings. Okay? These people who are colorless against you, that's jealous, envious, and intimidated by you, from your lovers to your this mother energy, the fake, phony, fraudulent family, like whomever, collective. But if you don't have no justice, there ain't gonna be no fucking peace. You're no longer going along to get along, collective. Okay? Yeah. Spirit is also saying jealousy. I'm also seeing jealousy here. These people are jealous of you, collective. That's that five of wands energy. You're no longer going along to get along, collective. I'm also seeing the devil energy. Okay? These people are chained to the devil, collective. They're having meetings about you, talking about you behind your back out of jealousy, collective. They're hating on you. They're colorist against you. Yeah. Something has to do with some type of life insurance. I'm seeing something here about life insurance. Something about life insurance could be of significance. I'm also seeing mind control, collective, okay? I feel like this goes hand in hand with this abuse and neglect. This is the reason why these people thought you were slow, dumb, and stupid, because you was under mind control for so long. They abused you and neglected you for so long, collective. Yeah. I'm seeing something here about hidden money. Didn't I tell you? Hidden money, life insurance here. I told you there's a lot of money that is owed to you, that has been hidden. I told you, didn't I tell you this shit has been hidden from you, taken from you, stolen from you? Like a something. Spirit, something about hidden money. Somebody has something of yours hidden. Okay? And I guarantee you that they've been hoping that they could sacrifice you before you ever received it. No longer going along to get along, collective. What is this? No longer going along to get along.
You've got mail.
No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No longer going along to get along. I'm seeing something about the mountains. Something about a home, the mountains. I don't know if y'all moving to a new home in the mountains, far away from these people or some shit like that, or what have you. Yeah, something you have to do with travel, collective. Okay. Yeah, you might be leaving, relocating, moving, or something. That could be that chariot energy, because these people neglected you, abandoned you, and left you out in the cold. Okay? Spirit, what else is going on here? They tried to entrap an earth angel. They tried to entrap an earth angel with setup gone wrong. Yeah, with this seeing people's true colors and entire family in on the setup, we got the devil and accomplices and partners in crime. Collected, these people are sold to the devil. They are chained to the devil. They are toxic, evil, wicked, sinister people who are in their self know. And they're all accomplices and partners in crime, collective, okay? Yeah, the entire family is in on the setup. The hate is real, collective, okay? Yeah, I'm seeing organized crime and cult here, okay? This is a cult of individuals who indulges in organized crime, collective. From your family, them gang stalkers. That's the reason why the hate is real. This has to do with organized crime and a cult. There's some type of cover up that is going on as well, collective. You are being illegally surveillanced. Didn't I tell you these people were surveillancing you? What is this? They tried to entrap an earth angel, setup gone wrong. I'm seeing here cover up and revenge here. Okay. So there was some type of cover up and revenge here. They never wanted you to wake up, collective. Because you would have found out the truth that you were being surveillanced your entire life, collective. They were tracking and tracing you and watching you.
You've got mail.
Collective. Yeah. Yeah, you healing, collective. You're going to be traveling or leaving to heal, to get away from these individuals, collective. Okay? Yeah, organized crime, cult, family, devil, accomplice partners in crime. They're all involved in this, collective. Okay? I'm even seeing celebrities here. There's something about celebrities and their involvement. Collective, there's something significant to watchers or guardians, or like I'm seeing home and I'm seeing outer space. Somebody's home could be outer space. Like I know that might throw somebody for a loop, especially those of you all who don't believe in other worldly beings and different things like that or whatever. But I literally could be speaking to somebody for like, planet Earth is not your home, collective. Like you from outer space somewhere, okay? Which is also, I'm telling you, you got some type of power within you that these people have tried to keep caged and hidden, and they try to benefit off of themselves your entire fucking life while keeping you suppressed. But you were somebody who was supposed to, who was sent here on a divine mission. You're supposed to have some type of success, triumph, victory, wealth, advance, like something here, okay? That these people stole from you. I'm telling you. And from celebrities to the government to your families knows this. And they have all been involved. You just didn't know, collective. Cause it's the spell that they put you under. Likely when you was a child. To keep you trapped. To keep you stuck. Spirit, what's the overall energies? I'm still seeing something about the... This is all about these people's greed, okay? I feel like their greed is what has brought about a completion or an ending here, collective, okay? But you waking up put a lot of things in motion, okay? They were already doing a lot of different things to you, collective, okay? But they never wanted you to wake up. Ain't it funny how these people have used you and abused you and mind controlled you and neglected you and abandoned you and did all type of hateful, harmful things to you to keep you stuck and trapped or what have you, but then have the audacity on the flip side to call you slow, dumb, and stupid when if you ever were, it was their fault? How the fuck does that work? That's like somebody calling you a whore, but they the ones who pimped you out and trafficked you. Like the fuck? That's like somebody calling you a criminal, but they the ones who forced you to commit a crime. It's stupid. Cleanup, some type of cleanup is going on. There's been some type of completion or ending, and these people trying to clean up what they done messed up. They know that you know the truth, collective. Okay? And they never wanted you to wake up. They never wanted you to know the truth. They wanted to keep you stuck and trapped and restricted and unable to move and get out of your situation. They wanted to keep you under mind control, brainwashed, and dumbed down until they was able to sacrifice you, collective. But not only are you a high priestess, collective, but you're a star. You're like in this star energy. There's something about you that shines brightly. Your light pisses off their demons. Keep listening to your intuition because you're highly intuitive, collective. You can't trust nobody. I thank you all for listening and for watching. If you'll be so kind, so please like, share, subscribe, and comment. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated. I do hope that this is giving you all the truth and the clarity that you were seeking pertaining to a situation you may be dealing with or pertaining to a situation you may notice someone else is dealing with. If you are cross-watching, for those of you who would like to contact me, you can do so at tiff.diamond.36@gmail.com. You can also follow me on Instagram, which is shine bright like a diamond 36 with an underscore between each word. For any person who's interested in donating to the channel, you can do so through CASHAPP, $tiff.diamond36, or through PayPal, which is paypal.me/add36diamond. As always, guys, y'all take care of yourself, take care of each other, but most of all, take care of your babies, honey. Remember, this is a wicked, wicked world that we live in. There's wickedness in high places, and there is evil that is lurking around each and every corner, even in a neighborhood near you. So y'all watch your surroundings. Watch the company you keep, what surroundings in the company in which your children are in as well. And consider the fact that you never know when someone may betray you, backstab you, try to hurt you, or harm you, honey. Keep you some protection on you. Y'all stay awake, stay aware, stay vigilant, and stay prepared, because if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, baby. Until the next time, peace, love, and light. Namaste. I am that I am, created in the image of God.